Hi everyone, this is your girl again, Folakemi Adebayo. Welcome today again on Money Talk with Folakemi. So today I'm here to make clarifications towards my last post, and the clarification is people were requesting for me to talk about the difference between penile fracture and priaprism. Although I didn't mention anything about penile fracture during my last post, but they think it's necessary that I explain that. So let's start. What is priaprism and what is penile fracture? So priaprism is a persistent pathological erection of the penis. Yes, persistent pathological erection of the penis. The penis is erect without any sexual activities going on. Meanwhile, for penile fracture, there is a trauma to the penis, to an erect penis. Yes, the penis is erect and there is a force that hits it in a forceful way, making it to snap. And how does that happen? So let me also explain that in the penis there is no bone, but there are two cylindrical structures in the penis, and they are called corporal cavernosa. These structures are kind of muscular in nature, highly vascularized. They have arteries that take blood into them, and then they have vein that takes blood away from them. So when there is a sexual desire or when there's a sexual activities going on, the two corporal cavernosas are erect, and then that muscle is erect and it's highly vascularized. And at that moment, once there's a force to it, those two muscles can snap. Yes. And what are the causes of penile fracture? So for penile fracture, mostly what happens is there is a force during sexual activity. Either the penis misses its way, or there was a force on it during sexual activity. Mostly that we have seen is doggy style, reverse cow. The woman is on the man or the man is on the woman. Doggy most especially. It can even happen with missionary, as long as it's vigorous and the penis misses its way and it hits the wrong spot. That could result into penile fracture. Another causes of penile fracture is vigorous masturbation. So if you are masturbating out of control and you're so really doing it, you might break your penis. And another thing is that we have seen in the past as experienced nurse is I've seen a lot of patients that will say, I woke up in the morning when my penis is erect and I was stretching and I mistakenly roll over my erect penis and that snapped it. So that also is possible. And we have also seen situation, even though we know you are lying, we will not confront you to say you are lying. Some patients will come and say, I was walking around my house with my penis erect like that, and then a dog came from nowhere and hit it and the penis snapped. So many stories we've heard, but the major causes is that force that happens to the penis when it's erect. Then priaprism, actually there is no sexual arousal and the penis just erect like that persistently. It's not coming down until something is done. Now there are two types of priaprism. There's low flow of priaprism and there is high flow. So the most dangerous one is the low flow, because what that simply means is that the blood trapped, there's a blood, what actually happened with priaprism is that there was a trap of blood in the penis. So the penis is engorged with blood and the blood is not returning. It's supposed to go in and come out, but is trapped, is not coming back. So for low flow, is trapped, is constricted, is not moving in, is not moving out. That is dangerous because that could lead to ischemic blood. Ischemia in the penis. What ischemia means is the blood cells in the penis will die because they are dead. They are strangulated. Nothing is coming in, nothing is going out. So that is very, very dangerous. So who are the people that are predisposed to low flow is priaprism? Sickle cell patients, ischemic leukemia patients that have leukemia or other causes of low flow into the penis. So for sickle cell anemia is usually what we see in patients with sickle cell anemia. So when you get to the hospital, because for priaprism you need to be in the hospital between 2 to 4 hours. There must be an intervention between that time. If not, that could lead to a permanent damage into your penis. Permanent damage to the penis would happen, that you would forever have a permanent damaged penis. So you have to either be using something to make you have erection, or they put an implant into your penis for you to be able to have sexual intercourse. It's very terrible. And for high flow priaprism, that usually happen as a result of fistula. What causes fistula? Again, trauma. So fistula means you know that artery that supply blood into the penis. If there's a trauma, that there could be a hole, another hole in that artery. So it means a lot of blood is rushing in normally, and then through that hole another blood is gushing out into the penis. Naturally, those fistulas in question would heal. Yes, they will heal by themselves. They are less painful compared to the ischemic one, that the low blood one. So for the low blood one, once the doctor is able to determine that this is what you have, they have to do an intervention. And the intervention is, there are two types of interventions. The first one is they would introduce a needle into the corpora cavernosa to remove the trapped blood, or they take you into the OR. And the first one can be done by the bedside, and the second one they have to take you into the OR to shunt the blood, to divert that blood, and make sure there is normal blood flow into your penis within a speculated amount of time. It has to be timed between 2 to 6 hours. There must be surgical or manual reduction to priaprism. Anything more than that, I can assure you that there's going to be a permanent damage to your penis, which is forever, irreversible. So for priaprism, what are the causes of priaprism? I haven't mentioned that. The causes of priaprism, like I said, sickle cell anemia, leukemia, some medications like psychotropic medication, antidepressant medication, some recreational medications like heroin, marijuana, amphetamine, PCP. All those recreational drugs can cause priaprism. Also, some Viagra medications. Excess use of those Viagra medication can lead to priaprism. And again, some injections, because some people naturally have dysfunctional sexual problem. So the doctor will go to the doctor, and the doctor will prescribe some medication that they inject themselves, or they go into to their doctor or their nurse practitioner for the procedure. So if that is not done in the proper way, or if you're doing it yourself and you're doing it in excess, that could lead to priaprism. So what is the solution? Take your medication as prescribed. Do not transfer your medication to someone. Don't say, oh, my friend was complaining to me that his sexual desire with his wife is not as appropriate as it should be, and I gave him some of my medications. No, don't do that, because people's condition is different. We don't have the same kind of problem, and you have to go to see your doctor to know the degree of your situation. Then they will use that to prescribe your own medications to you. So don't transfer your own medication, and you don't request for other people's medication. You use your medication as prescribed, and always follow up with your doctor's appointments. If you are feeling uncomfortable with yourself, especially within your pelvic region, try and talk to your doctor, try and you see your urologist. And that's why I always preach on this platform. Make sure you do your physicals every year. For men, especially if you're in your 40s or if you're approaching 40, please always do your physicals once in a year, and make sure you see your urologist at least once in a year. If you see them, they might tell you to come back in the next 2-3 years if you don't have anything happening to you. But it will be wrong if you don't go to see them, because before you realize it, if you don't go, your situation may have eaten deep, out of control. So I always preach to people, make sure you see your doctor, follow up with all your labs. If they call you from your house to say, oh, you have an abnormal lab result, follow up with it. If they give you medication, take it. And for penile fracture, please, apply caution when you're having sexual activities, when you're having when you're doing your different styles. Apply caution and make sure you use lubricants. You may want to last 20 hours, 2 hours, 10 hours, 30 minutes, 20 seconds. How many hours you want to last, as long as it's not being slippery as should be, try and get lubricants. They are selling them everywhere in the market. They are everywhere around us. Try and buy it and use it. There's nothing wrong in using a lubricant, because if the person you are having sexual intercourse with is not really involving you, that could lead to dryness, and that dryness is not good. It could lead to you injuring yourself. So use lubricants as much as you can and apply caution when you are having sex. So just a little bit of advice: if some food you need to eat that you can eat to encourage or to maintain high blood flow to your penile region, number one is watermelon, dark chocolates, oyster, strawberries. I hear turkey is very good. Exercise. I mean, I can't emphasize that enough. Try and exercise a lot so that you have enough blood flow into your penile region. And again, don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms. I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, I'm on TikTok, I'm everywhere. Follow up with me for more videos and tips on health conditions. Thank you for joining me today. I remain your friend, Oluwafalakemi Adebayo. Love you. Bye.